Picture the loneliest job in sports. 11 meters from the goal, the ball at your feet, one keeper standing between you and glory. Now, take away the human entirely. Put a robot there instead. One that has never kicked a ball, doesn't know what a goal even is, and has to figure out scoring completely from scratch. Our striker is a simple sliding jumping box in a simulation. Its opponent already knows exactly what it's doing, a scripted expert keeper that dives and blocks with precision. The keeper never changes. It's the measuring stick. The striker starts blank. Nobody tells it the rules. After every move, it gets one number of reward and learns what makes it rise. This is reinforcement learning. Nobody hands the striker examples of a good shot to copy. It tries things, and its behavior nudges toward whatever raised that score. Repeat that loop millions of times, and it sculpts a skill nobody explicitly programmed. So what we actually have to design is the reward itself. And here, it's not a single pass or fail bit. Touch the ball, small reward. Nudge it toward the goal a little more. Enter the goal, the payoff is huge. If a miss, lose a little. The algorithm doing all that nudging is called PPO, Proximal Policy Optimization, running inside a physics simulator called MuJoCo. At the very beginning, chaos reigns. 50 attempts laid over each other, a scatter of directionless panic, balls skidding weakly or sailing hopelessly wide. Nothing threatens the goal at all. A few hundred attempts later, at 50,000 steps, a flicker of intent. A few shots drift toward the goal. But execution isn't there yet. Slow half attempts. Still no goals. Now, the highlights get personal. One attempt sends the ball wide before the robot even commits. Another ends with no shot at all. It never even gets into position. They're the fingerprints of an agent trying movements almost at random. Around 100,000 steps, faster shots appear, a shot rolling along the center of the goal, and a close misses just past the post. Then a pattern emerges that defines this episode. Around 200,000 steps, well-aimed shots get punished, not by missing, but by the keeper being there, blocking the ball over and over. This is the heart of training against a perfect opponent. Good enough isn't good enough. Every improvement is met by a keeper already waiting for it. The bar keeps moving. Through the middle stretch, 400,000 to 900,000 steps, the reel sharpens. Shots find the target far more often, and some sneak into the top corners for clean goals. It isn't just kicking now, it's aiming. Others are still turned away, but notice where. No longer soft rollers dribbling into the keeper's hands, but firm, on-target strikes that force a real save, high in the corners, low to the side. By 1 million steps, something has clearly clicked. Lay 50 later attempts over each other and the picture transforms, a dense cluster of shots streaking at the goal, many finding the net. By 1.5 million steps, intent becomes precision. Attempt after attempt targets the upper corners, the hardest place for any keeper to reach. So consistently, it looks choreographed. Slow it down, and you watch 50 versions of the same robot converge on one single idea, high, to the corner, out of reach. The keeper to not learn yet, but it is a well-scripted robot. That's why many late, well-placed shots still get saved, and why it can still drive the striker towards something close to perfection. But the balance has shifted. Early footage showed a robot that couldn't find the goal. Now it's locked onto the one corner a great keeper struggles to reach, forcing spectacular full-stretch saves. None of this came from instinct or imitation. Nobody showed the robot a good shot. It happened through pure trial, reward, and repetition. Millions of time steps distilled into one climbing number, the fraction of attempts that end in a goal. That climbing line is the whole episode. A robot that began with no idea of a goal, learning one the only way it could, one attempt at a time. The striker has learned to attack, but a keeper that never adapts isn't a real opponent. It's a wall with a known shape. Once you've learned that shape, there's nothing left to learn. Next time, the keeper stops standing still. It's the keeper's turn to learn. Then, for the first time, striker and keeper share the same pitch. Each training against a moving target instead of a frozen one, each forcing the other to improve. The scoreboard from this episode was only ever the opening move. Subscribe and watch two machines learn to outsmart each other entirely from scratch